centered and settled onto our mats. Grab all of the tools that you need. So if you're at home and just hearing me in the background while you're getting yourself together, grab yourself some pillows. If you like to grab a pillow, grab a belt. If you don't have a strap, and a block to elevate your hips. If you find that your knees tend to be really high up, or you find that sitting down on the ground is a little uncomfortable for you or strenuous through the inner thighs, then find a block or a couple of pillows to sit on to elevate the hips. And we'll come into a slightly pelvic floor, tilting the pelvic floor forward, anterior tilt, and lifting the chest. Nice. And let's go ahead and close the eyes here, coming into meditation as we begin our flow today. Just a very special class to really relish in the nectar of receiving blessings. Blessings through moments where we may find could be chaotic, or finding ourselves in the midst of turmoil, uncertainty, giving ourselves this time to connect and really root to Mother Earth, Father Sun, Sister Water. Taking this time to acknowledge presence, the gift of love, the gift of family, the gift of truth, the gift of receiving what we need, not what we want. The desires of our hearts are already there. Wants could simply be distractions or chittis. And we notice here in this space of the chitti vritti, the monkey mind, that the distractions are just simply that, where we see the truth, where unconditional love supersedes all of the little vrittis that hang out on the surface of the water or the chitti. We become the surfboard and we ride the wave. Breathe into this moment. Offer yourself a few neck rolls. Just give yourself this time to connect a breath to emotion and emotion to a breath. This is your time to tune into your body, the spirit self. You might begin to articulate the spine with your rotation, maybe even coming into a very gentle Sufi circle. Maybe you're just giving yourself a rotation from the ribs up through the crown. It's fine. Reverse the direction at your leisure as we channel our way out and through the 8 limbs of yoga. In the mere essence of meditation, we visit the first limb of the yamas and the niyamas, and all that encompasses what they become. Setting an intention, a focus. Make wrist rotations, arm rotations, shoulder rolls. Add movement into the body. Let it be organic and fluid as the intentions begin to soar through you. You may even dedicate your practice today to someone, to many others. And give yourself this gift to channel. Start to deepen the breath as we journey up into the 8 limbs, into what we call pranayama, breath work. And you might decide that you might deepen the sound of your breath as we tune into what's known as Ujjayi breathing, the breath of the ocean. Breath of the waves that wash over the body. Organic movements can become anything that feels good to you. Maybe a changing of the cross of the legs. Maybe a positional change. You might discover the sound of the ocean, or what we may even hear as your Darth Vader breath, as though you're fogging a mirror with the mouth closed. Letting out a sigh without opening the mouth. Hearing the depth of the vibration at the end of the exhale. The expansion on the inhale. What do you see? Become aware of the subconscious through pranayama. Maintain this breath with you as we introduce asana. Inhale, the arms reach up. Exhale, reach forward, touch the earth, coming into all fours. Adapt and adjust as needed to protect your wrist and knees. As you come into the sacred space, begin to round the spine to the sky, cat tuck. Inhale to table position, tuck the toes, and as the dogs bark behind us, let's invite downward facing dog. Tailbone reaches to the sky. Return back to your pranayama. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Acknowledge the ripples and see the truth. Inhale back to tabletop position, cat tuck. Inhale, table. Press to downward facing dog. Exhale. Inhale, tabletop position, knees down. Exhale, cat tuck. Inhale, table. Downward dog, exhale. Inhale, roll back into tabletop position. Exhale, cat tuck. Inhale, table. Exhale, downward facing dog. Meditate, concentrate. You're shooting up into the experience now. Going into dharana. Concentration. Inhale back to tabletop position. Dhyana. Meditation. Cat tuck. Exhale. Inhale, tabletop position. And perfect timing, Madhu. Exhale, downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. 2 more rounds of breath. Take a gaze to the front of your mat. And on your next inhale, extend through your legs nice and long. Bend the knees and then look forward. Take a nice big step forward or a couple steps forward and make your way into a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands to shins or to your support. Mine will be Madhu. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to standing pose. Take the arms up towards the sky. Exhale, hands to heart squeeze. Inhale, reach the arms up. Take everything in, reaching through concentration, dharana. Exhale, meditation, dhyana. Inhale, halfway lift, Adho Uttanasana. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold over the legs like a waterfall drape. Shake your head yes, shake your head no, rock from side to side. Invite organic movements, sensual movements. Tune into your body. What does it feel good in? What does it not? Where do you want to explore? Two to three more breaths here. Give yourself permission to move organic, free. There is no limit to what you can do. Inhale, rise up towards the sky, root to rise. Exhale, hands to heart. Step the right leg back. Coming into warrior one, reach the arms up, bend the front knee. Open up, warrior two. Nice. Pitch back, peaceful. Make it yours. Where do you need to move your knee? Where do you need to rotate that right thigh? Come back to warrior two. Pause. Take a moment, settle. Listen close. Straighten the left leg. Bend the right knee. Slide the left hand down as though you're sweeping the ground, and take the right arm overhead like a windmill. On your next breath, reverse, peaceful warrior. Again, straighten the front leg, bend the back knee. Rainbow warrior, sweeping the arm above and below. Like a wave washing back over, float back. Peaceful warrior. Two more at your own movement, your own breath. Rainbow warrior to peaceful warrior. As we come back through to warrior two, hang out for a moment. Gaze is soft, gaze is forward. Turn your left foot in, and on your exhale, fold forward, wide-legged forward fold. Drape down, look under, look behind you. Please say hello, shake your head yes, shake your head no. If you happen to have your block nearby, take your block under your face at any height that serves you best. You can also TP your fingers. Right hand comes underneath you, and the left hand to your left hip. Pull your crown forward, lengthen your spine, find an extension all the way through the vertebral column. Hips are actively pressing back as your crown pulls forward. Squeeze your thighs a lot. Push through the outside edges of your feet. Start to turn from the lower ribs up towards the sky. The only students that should be rotating their hips are those with spinal fusion, dropping the right hip and taking the left hip higher. Everyone else, keep the hips square. Only rotate to your maximum edge and no further. Once there, let that left arm extend out to the side, maybe about 45 degrees. 5 breaths as we pull the belly up and in, create that extension and create spaciousness. This pose is working the internal organs. Give yourself this time to move around and discover where it feels good, where you need to back off. Remember to bring the hips slightly forward more so they're as to be over the heels and not behind the heels, but in alignment. it to 5 rounds. Let yourself come back down. Notice all the tingling sensations in the body, myofascial system opening up, releasing stored tension. Right hand, right hip, pull yourself forward, lengthen through the crown. Realign your hips, give yourself a little wiggle waggle. And then when you're ready, go ahead and start to push down to rise up, rotating, reaching that right arm any direction, any extent. Remember to breathe consciously. Oh yeah, all the clackety-clack. Left hip back, right hip forward. Nice, y'all. Nice, y'all. Adding organic movement. That 5th breath, we exhale to lower the hand down. Turn the toes out. Skandasana. Dancing ninja for some that know it that way. Just moving the energy from side to side. Side to side. You can stay low, hang out for a little while. Back into now this concentration meditation right up into the 6th chakra, which is right at the 3rd eye. Float yourself up into goddess pose, toes out, heels in. Sit back, go back, shoulders over the hips. And just feel the air around you. Sun kissing the skin. If you're somewhere cold, then just see the light wrapping around you, embracing you in warmth. The crisp, cool air in the skin. Inhale to star pose. Reach up nice and tall. Warrior 2 to the back of the mat. Turn the left toes in, right toes out. Reach the arms long, bend into the front knee. Pitch back, peaceful warrior. And let's invite that dance once more. Rainbow warrior, straighten the front leg, bend the back knee, sweep the earth away from you. Surfboard mat over there for my sister. And then reaching back and over. And continue at your pace, moving at your breath, the next 3 to 4. You can make this as organic, you can back off, you can go deeper. Just notice the stretch on the side bodies, through the legs, through the hamstrings, ankles, wrists, fingers. Get everything involved here. No part of your body should be left unattended. We'll rest for a moment in the warrior 2 pose. And then kindly turning to center for wide-legged stretch, hands down. And once more, for those of you that like to stay more lifted, I'm going to invite you to widen the stance of the legs slightly. If you need to measure the distance, ankles and wrists typically are parallel to one another. From that space, we come forward. Stay where you feel comfortable. Otherwise, those of you with the block, go ahead and take that block to your space of comfort and rest your forehead there. Wide-legged downward dog. For some of you, you might consider taking the forearms down and prefer to be in more of a dolphin dog. That's fine too. Okay. Working through this stretch. Some of you might take your hands back through the legs, finding a space of grounding and allowing your crown chakra to touch the earth. The intention here is to be in an inversion where the crown
meets samadhi, atman, they meet as one. Coming into union, inversion, through the pyramid, wide-legged forward stretch, Padottanasana. So please discover the union that serves you best. More advanced students, you might come into your headstands. You might be reaching to the outside edges of your feet. You might bend the knees slightly to pull the lower belly up and in, to draw your sit bones towards the sky. Use your arms to help bearing you down towards the ground if that's for you. We're here for 5 to 8 more breaths, so really discover what feels the best. If you're in headstand or handstand or forearm balance, you can play with leg manipulations. Embody this breath. Connect back to it. Notice if it's soft, shallow, gone. And pull yourself back into conscious breathing while still maintaining the space of dharana and dhyana, concentration and meditation. Those in headstand, you're going to slowly begin to make your way back down, and everyone else slowly begin to make your way slightly up. You can take your hands down to the ground, you can take your hands to your hips, and then from here, inhale, pull yourself all the way back up. Turn the toes out, heels in, interlace the fingers behind you, or grab your strap. I'll grab my strap, and then pull your arms down, knuckles towards the ground as you lift your heart to the sun. Very nice. And then on your exhale, fold forward. So just like a wave washing towards the seashore and pulling itself back out into the ocean, give yourself this time to just move back and forth until you find yourself in a space of balance. Just allowing the waves to get smaller and smaller. So you're letting this blood, this fluid energy move back and forth in peace, tranquilito. And then lift your heart. Straighten the legs. And release the hands down by your sides. Release your strap. Goddess pose, bend the knees, toes out, heels in. Left hand touches the right thigh, right arm overhead. Through center, channel, exhale, offer. Next breath, inhale to channel. The intention, the receiving of a gift. Exhale, offer your blessing. Offer your gratitude. Inhale through center. Exhale, offer. Continue 3 to 5 more. Balancing out either side. What do you see? What do you feel? What is the experience? And take that all in with you. Come to star pose, straighten the legs, reach the arms up, spread the fingers wide, press into all 3 corners of your feet, and exhale, warrior 2 to the front of your mat. Step the right foot to meet the left, come to standing pose. Inhale, arms up. Take your bow forward, honor and gratitude. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, left foot steps back. Inhale, high lunge, warrior one. Open up, warrior two. Find that warrior. Pitch back, peaceful warrior. Exhale, rainbow warrior. Straighten the front leg, bend the back knee, come into your dance. Let's flow, y'all. Take 5 rounds of breath, dance and move. Esos clacky clack. That's your joints, the gas in your joints. It's all good. That's a lot of release, y'all. So all that clacky clack, clicky click, tacky tack, tuki tuki, all the things, that's all good.
Those days, these days.
And then warrior two takes the next breath. We pause here. Goddess pose towards center. Exhale, forward fold. Extend the legs. Prasharita. If you want to take the arms back, take the arms back. Take the hands behind the calves. Every time we explore a position, maybe try something new. Every time you give yourself the permission to explore something new, you might add skandasana movements in between. You might discover what it feels like to be in the position of transformation. The offering. When you're complete and balanced on either side, go ahead and pull yourself back up. Your goddess pose, toes out, heels in. Come through star pose, reach up. Warrior two, back of the house. Pitch back, peaceful warrior. Nice and strong legs, open up to the ribs. Rainbow warrior, straighten the front leg, bend the back knee as though you're taking a bow, honoring thyself. And float through this experience 5 more times. Your dance, your rhythm, your expression, not mine. Create your own footprint. Notice how the marriage of your breath and body, the union, is the embodiment of unconditional love. How do we love ourselves? How do we move? Fully surrender. And then ready to come back to warrior two, we pause together. Take this time here. I'm going to ask you to come to the back of your mat as we come forward to standing pose. Reach the arms up. Exhale, chair pose. Come to a seat, your throne. Breathe in. Breathe out. Bring your feet together, friends. Knees together. Bring the knees behind the toes as best you can, and hands to heart or thighs. Exhale, twist to the right. And maybe take the elbow to the outside of your right knee, or just rest that left hand on the thigh, right hand on the lower back. Pull the crown forward as to create extension. Look over your right shoulder. Breathe and sit back here. Squeeze the thigh muscles, protect your ankles. Push into the balls of the feet, press into the heel, but lift the toes. The belly is strong and you are powerful. As my sister says, she is a warrior. You are a warrior. Breathe more.
Notice where you're shaking. Breathe into it. Squeeze the thighs. Engage the glutes. Engage the belly. Take one more deep breath. Notice if you're holding. Now inhale, come back to center. Reach the arms out in front of you. Notice the energy flowing through your body. Inhale to standing pose. Touch the sky. Reconnect. The heavens to the earth. Clear the space. Hands down by your sides. Mountain pose. Samasthiti. Like an angel wrapping its wings around you. Notice the air gently kissing the skin. Inhale, arms reach back up. Bend the knees, squeeze the thighs, squeeze the legs together. One unified trunk. And then on your next breath, hands to heart center, twist to the left. Option 1 is here. Option 2, go ahead and take your forearm or your hand to your thigh or back of your lower back here. Option 3, elbow to the outside edge of your knee. Everybody else, you know where to go. Breathe. Settle. Keep the right hip back, left hip slightly forward. Keeping them nice and squared unless we know where we're at with our spinal fusion, creating the shape, opening up the expansion in the belly and the breathing. Squeeze the thighs, legs are strong, protect the ankles. You're more powerful than you realize, stronger than you think. Breathe more. Breathe fully. And inhale back through the center. Arms reach out. Up to the sky we touch, connecting the cielo to the heavens, to the earth. Hands down by your sides. Interlace the fingers behind you. Open the chest, open the heart. Shine the light. Receive it. Samadhi. Bliss. We are one with all things. Release the hands, reach the arms up, palms touch. And like a lightning bolt directly to the heart, bring your hands right on down. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, bow forward, clear all the space, bend the knees. Hands to shins or thighs, halfway lift. Exhale, ground the palms. Find your way into a plank position of choice. Take 3 breaths. Find your power. Find the heat energy rising within. That third exhale takes your tailbone to the sky, downward facing dog. Step the right foot forward, inhale. Quarter turn to the left, wide-legged forward fold. Skandasana, move from side to side if that's for you. If you prefer to come into any types of splits or any other types of openings or inversions, that's on your accord.
No,
Please
sweetie.
experience it. Sister's like not having it.
We're going to be creative.
She's like, y'all can be creative. And then inhale, come up halfway. All the way to the front of your mat. Step the left foot to meet the right. Let's come all the way down to our bellies. Once on your belly, make a pillow with your hands. Rest. This is the time to readjust the hips. Move the hips from side to side so the nice little pelvic bones are pushing into the mat. Untuck the toes. Relax your jaw, relax your shoulders. Just drop heavily into your mat. Drop very heavy into your mat. Just allow yourself to
visualize yourself like a beautiful little stone. And just floating its way down, sinking its way right down, also snuggly wuggly into the sand. And some of you might say, this is where I'm gonna hang out. And you might stay there, and that's fine, y'all. Or go ahead and bend your knees and flex your feet. And point your toes and make some luxurious circles with your ankles. Really tune into that. Make them big or small. And then reverse. Like a child in front of a fireplace or a kid in front of the ocean. Just very playful. And then release the legs down long. And let them naturally fall where they go, as this is the position that seems best for the lower back. And then widen the feet a little bit more as to protect your lower back. Press into the tops of your feet without tucking your toes, arms down by your sides. And lift the head, neck, and shoulders. You might push your hands down into the ground to support you. Really squeeze the glutes here, engage and activate the legs to sustain and stabilize and support your lower back as to not have any pinching sensations. As you're breathing, draw the lower belly up and in, as though you're pulling the navel off the ground. Pubic bone presses into the earth, tailbone draws towards the heels. Lift the arms if you wish. Take one more breath. Exhale, float your way back down. Create a pillow, change the cross of the hands. Change the position of your face and windshield wiper the legs from side to side, alleviating any lower back sensitivity. Those of you that like to take bow pose and are familiar with taking your hands to your ankles and want to come into the bow, you're welcome. The other version is to lift the legs off the ground and the arms off the ground. Your choice. When you're ready, inhale to lift, exhale to kick. You can take one leg at a time as well. Inhale to lift, exhale to kick. And you can take one arm forward in front of you. 3 breaths here. Really strengthening your back body muscles. On your next exhale, for those of you ready to come down, go ahead and lower yourself all the way back down. This time we will take child's pose, puppy pose, or downward facing dog. Those of you taking puppy pose, knees plant to the ground, hips go back, arms extend forward, chest touches the ground. And allow your ribs to just sway out. You're just going to dump everything out into the earth. This opens up the shoulder girdle. Really, really delicious stretch. And then let's go ahead and make our way into a nice, comfortable seated position. Crawl our way back. You can maybe cross your ankles. Some of you like to cross your ankles and just roll back. It's always so sweet. And then extend the legs out in front of you. And then inhale, reach the arms up, bend the knees here, and just drape over the legs. No need to go too far, friends. Just go ahead and open up the lower back. Bow to yourself, bow to your friends and family. Honoring the divine. Honoring your body as though you're hugging yourself here. Honoring the 8 limbs of yoga, the cycle, the journey that we began and that we're completing. Inhale, reach the arms up. release the hands behind you in any position that feels comfortable for you, preferably fingers towards your glutes, but if that's not comfortable, then you can always take the hands out or away. Bend the knees significantly here so that you create a reverse table. Lift the hips, push down to rise up. The exhale brings you back down, and we'll flow 2 to 3 more. For some of you, you prefer to do reverse plank. Widen the hands slightly here. Inhale to lift the hips up, and exhale to bring the hips back underneath. Inhale to lift back up, and exhale to bring the hips back underneath. So you can play around with that. Okay? Couple more. When we complete the next swing, we'll all meet with our tushies on the ground, forward fold. Option 2, butterfly forward fold. Feet together, knees apart, and drape down. Those of you that, again, very, very uncomfortable to keep the tushy down because the knees is like, ooh, that's not comfortable, then sit on that block, my friend. And the feet together, knees apart. And this is the time to rock it out. You might even decide you want to walk your hands over to the right, drape your body over that right leg. Really tune into this stretch. Just hang out here. Just let that breath flow right through you. Right from the crown all the way out through the tailbone. Let your eyes soften, your eyebrows relax, y'all. Y'all can stay there as long as you want. Kindly inhale back through a center position. Exhale out the mouth. Let's take it over to the other side on another inhale. Preparing over the left leg. Articulate the spine, a couple of movements, a couple adjustments, a couple more breaths. Start your journey down over the leg. Notice where it feels good for you and remain there. Together, y'all. And let's make our way to the center of our mat. Let's take the arms out in front of us and roll our way down. Let's take that strap or belt with you as we come down, or if you don't need it, you don't have to have it. It's cool. You're going to use your hands to support your leg. So option 1 with no strap is bring your right knee in, hug yourself here, and support the back of your thigh. Those of you with the strap, you're just going to take the strap around your foot and extend the leg to the sky. So it's just a little support system. Okay. So both options, super awesome. Left foot draws in, place it down into the ground so it's nice and firm and stable. Option 1, remain here, 5 to 8 breaths, kicking your heel away from you. Option 2, right toes turn out, take the leg out to the side, and allow yourself to just release into supine twist. Okay. Lastly, option 3, if those of you with the strap want to take the leg slightly higher, you can take the left hand overhead, supporting the leg, and right hand either at the foot, the blade edge of your foot, or at the ankle. Lastly, the left leg is extended long. So all the variations, all the things. Beautiful breathing, everyone. As you wish, remain there in this openness, opening up this myofascial system. Go ahead and pull the lower belly in as you actively bring the leg back up towards the sky. And then cross the leg over the body a smidge here. Just open up through the IT band. Just get a gentle stretch. Just go wherever it feels really juicy for you. You have the option to look away or look in the same direction. It's really, really your leisure. And then back through center. Release the foot, release the strap, make a few circles with the right knee. This is also really helpful, very supportive for the ascending colon, for the organs of the right side of the body, the digestive tract, and the sympathetic nervous system. Sorry, parasympathetic nervous system. Go ahead and release the right leg down, draw the left knee in. And then same options apply, my friends. Really begin to discover what feels good for you, whether you take the hand behind the leg, strap around the foot. Where would you like to go today? A combination of them, right? Palomino. Palomino.
I just don't eat in there.
If you took your leg out to the side, this would be a nice time to take it there. If you took the leg a little bit higher and the arm above and took the strap, taking a deeper stretch, this is a good time to explore that. Or if you took your leg long. Just play around, discover what feels delicious. Your practice, your body, you are your greatest teacher. All the things yoga teachers say, right? But most importantly, just tuning into what feels the best for your body, because you know it the best. And you have the opportunity to stay here as long as you like, or bring the leg back up with control. Taking the right hand to the strap and crossing the leg over the body, surrendering into this experience. Notice what that feels like. Back to center. Begin to release the foot. shake everything out. You can take the arms up, shake it out. You can take the legs out and shake it out like a dead bug. Shake everything out. Release all stale energy that no longer serves you. And then bring your feet together for butterfly pose. Transformation is complete. We allow our wings to rest open. Option to take some support beneath, such as the pillows that we gathered earlier, or blocks, bolsters, all the things. Hands can be anywhere on the body that feels comfortable, supported, safe. Realign, reposition, regroup. Take all those last minute nuance movements out. Take a nice deep big breath in and out the mouth. Deep breath in and out the mouth. And then slowly decide whether you'd like to stay in butterfly or extend the legs into Shavasana. If you'd like to move around or place something underneath your legs in Shavasana, or come to a comfortable seated meditation. Relax the toes. Ankles. Calves, knees, thighs. Relax the pelvis, belly, your back body. Relax your chest, shoulders, relax the hands, wrists, forearms, biceps, triceps. Relax your neck, your chin, your nose, your eyes, eyebrows. Relax your tongue. You are relaxed.
Tatsaveturvarenyam